welcome back to my channel Socially Shani. My name is Chantal or Shani, and if you're new here, welcome. Today I am going to be doing a small pantry organization video. If you like this video today, hit the subscribe button so you can definitely see more videos like this. I have a very small pantry which we basically had to buy ourselves for this apartment because back up here there is just not enough cupboard space for anything, so we had to buy this guy right here. We bought him for under $100 at Amart, and it does the job and holds all of our food. Today I'm going to be reorganizing all of it, going through and showing you the process, the before, the after, everything. So yeah, let's get into it. First step, we're going to take everything out of the pantry and discard anything that is out of date or you don't want anymore, you don't use. Just get rid of the junk. After that, we're going to clean the cupboards. Even though you may think it's really clean, give it a wipe down anyway, because there is dust that forms in your pantry. Anything, if you've got like syrups or any kind of liquids or oils or things like that that could have fallen down onto your shelf, it's always good just to give everything a wipe. That way you're dealing with a fresh, new, clean pantry. From there, we're going to measure our shelves. This way we know exactly what we're dealing with. You know how much can fit across, how much can fit up, and then that way when you go to buy any containers, or even if you're just putting your normal containers back on the shelf, you can utilize your space effectively so there's no wasted space. Now that you've cleaned your pantry out, you've discarded of all the things that are expired, you don't want, you don't use, anything like that, you've given it a wipe down and you've measured out your pantry. Now is the fun part to start to go shopping. I don't know about you, but I absolutely love looking and buying containers and organizing equipment, storage, but this is where the fun part starts to come in. So let's go shopping. Now that we have our new containers and jars and whatever else it is that you've bought, now is the time to start going through and filling everything up and organizing things the way that you want that's going to be practical. There's a lot of inspiration on Pinterest and Instagram and things like that. The pantries look great, don't get me wrong, they look fantastic, but they're not practical. Some of them, it's like, So we're gonna go through, fill everything up, make everything all nice, and what we're going to do as well is we're going to label them. Get some labels or come up with a labeling system where you can remove what's on it, so that way it can be relabeled for a later date. A little fun tip that we do is that if we need to downsize our containers or our packages or anything like that, what we'll do is we'll cut out the instructions. That way we know exactly what to do and we don't have to worry about saving the whole packet or packaging kind of thing. Like, we've got it there. Now that we've filled everything up, we can go through and start to organize things from largest at the back to smallest at the front. Also keeping in mind the products that you use the most, because there's no point in putting salt and pepper right at the back corner where you have to dig through Narnia to try and get it, because that stuff you use every day and I would be lost without salt and pepper. Anyway, depending on the area of the pantry that I'm organizing, sometimes I like to start from corner to corner and I like to work inwards, or I go from left to right, right to left, depending what I've got. There's a huge difference from going on Pinterest or Instagram and seeing all these amazing cupboards and pantries and thinking, oh my gosh, I want that, I'm gonna have that. Keep in mind, this needs to work for you. So if you have a pantry where you don't have as many jarred items, don't buy as many jars or containers or glasses or whatever it is, because otherwise you're just going to spend money on a whole bunch of jars and glasses that you don't need to. And we want that money back in our pockets, especially at 24. We want that money back in our pockets. So we're going to keep in mind practicality and efficiency. That is the key to organizing. Whilst you've got all of your products out on the table or on the counter or whatever surface you're using, it's a good idea to start grouping those items together. That way you have all your cans in one space, all your jars in one space, all your oils, salt and peppers, things like that, and also your larger, bulkier items like cereals, grains, granolas, rice, things like that, all of that larger stuff that you're going to have in one spot, start grouping them together on a table or counter. That way you kind of get an idea of what shelves you're going to be using for what. At the moment, it might seem like you've got a larger shelf where things like larger cereal boxes can do the job and sit in that larger shelf because it'll use up more of the space, and the smaller jars you can use on the smaller shelf. Now the real fun part comes in. Once you've got your jars, you've filled them up, you've grouped things together roughly of the kind of categories or sections / shelves that you want them in. Now's the fun part of where you can start to decorate, organize, arrange everything. You can put all of your things back on the shelf. Again, keep in mind largest at the back, smallest at the front, and what you use most often. If you are having a little trouble with putting everything back in and you're finding that you're running out of room, you can always look at using other shelves that you have in your kitchen that may not be in use, or you have some more space for items that you do not use as frequently. That way you can store them aside and you have your most used products in your pantry. On the top, I have put all sauces and liquids just in this thing here, so I can just pull it out and put it back in after I grab what I need to. Same with this little basket here. So we've just got some rice and noodles and packet things. So that way it's all organized and it can just slot in up there. We've got cereal. Down on the shelf here, we've got all of our canned and sourced goods. This is the next shelf, and I'm absolutely loving how all of these jars look. It makes it so much easier to see what we've actually got, so that way I know exactly how much we have as well, because that means I need to buy some more granola. Down the bottom here, we've got just our bigger, bulkier, boxier items. That is the overall view of the pantry. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I absolutely love organizing things. If you know me personally, you will know that my entire life is color-coded and alphabetized, and if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and if you haven't already, click that subscribe button. I would love to have you around for more videos that I make, especially for videos like this. Alright, I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye!